Hey, there we go. Little
Hey.
who's who in the house.
The who's who?
The who's who. Yes, that's it's funny. No one knew who did the song Everyone Knows That, and it turned out that it was Who's Who all along.
Who?
Who?
Exactly. Not the who, the who's who.
Who's who? Who that?
Who dat? No, that's completely different. That's I don't even know who dat is. But who's on stage? No, that was a Slappy Squirrel cartoon.
That was a good cartoon.
That was a good cartoon. Yes, isn't even at this concert. Who's on stage? Anyways, we got a birthday in the house today.
Yay! Happy
Yay.
birthday!
Happy birthday to our good friend, not Magpie. And happy...
Who's
not-
Magpie?
I don't... Well, we...
Oh, we're off that joke.
Yes, but and happy unbirthday to the Winamp window that won't pop up so that I can play this. Oh, here we go.
Let's all join in and make this day perfectly happy indeed. Come on now, everybody stand up, get your voices good and ready, and let's all sing along.
Sorry, it's our birthday song.
Yes.
Our McDonald Land disco birthday song that we play for birthdays.
Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
It's kind of like
Nice.
Love Roller Coaster meets Happy Birthday, and
That's fine. It's a little
yeah.
disco-y. It's fine.
I dig it.
Let's make this
Yeah.
super
Kids records were awesome in the day
and you in the back. Come on.
before Barney came and ruined it all.
I was just scrolling through some Facebook stuff earlier, and Bill Shatner posted something.
Oh.
There's a book he's talking about, and he's kind of making. It's a kid's book.
The kids, there are a lot
Biography,
of good kids books
quote,
these
unquote.
days.
Bill Shatner is on the title is Bill Shatner, William Shatner. You can even see it on Amazon, and it's a picture of, Captain Kirk on the cover. Actually, when you look at the bigger image on Amazon, that's kind of like a cartoon image.
Now, is William Shatner going to do a dramatic reading of the child's book?
I don't think so.
Jack and Jill.
Kid,
The hill.
can I?
No,
Can I
it'd have to
Fetch
talk
a pail of
about
water.
Kirk and Spock and
What up the hill? What up the space hill?
and Bones or whatever his name was, right?
that was Bones.
Yes.
I know.
Anyways, this is another fun-filled edition
Fun-filled.
of
Insert title here.
a show that we say changes names so frequently we put a placeholder in, but it really hasn't changed names in years.
Brian, can we name that kid's book "Shat the Nursery Rhymes," please?
Well, I'm sorry, it already is named.
Oh,
Not Magpie writing it. I've been mildly day drinking and making food right now. That was a fun dance break. And then pointing out the thing that I was immediately fearing as I said it, that I was going to offend the Barney generation that absolutely adore that purple dinosaur. That was...
the first iteration of Barney wasn't bad. I recorded all that for my niece back in the day.
yeah.
Later on, it got creepy, but the first generation.
But
it's fine.
Barney was not Magpie's generation. So, you know what? My youngest sister adored Barney.
Oh,
So I didn't get along with her at the time. So, but
little baby Bob.
but there you go. My sister liked Barney.
Yeah, no
I
wrong
don't
with
know how that
Baby
helps
Bop,
my
and I don't know why they named
situation.
a dinosaur BJ, but
Magpie had the stuffies and the matching bed sheets. A lot of people did. I
yeah,
mean,
my niece had the Barney stuffy, and she didn't have any others, but she's had the stuffy.
That
original.
link was the Amazon link, the Shatner book.
Your Barney stuffy?
I think there was a girl in my high school that had some kind of connection to being on Barney at some point, but I don't know the.
Oh, there was a
details of
Barney
that.
show you could be on.
Oh.
Well, there were kids on the show with Barney that
Yeah,
sang
of
the
course.
songs with him.
Oh,
And-
there was a show.
See, Brian is so old he didn't even watch Sesame Street growing up.
Oh.
whoa, wow.
That's like 60s, dude. Brian watched Sesame
Okay,
Street. What are you talking
so in the 80s, would watch Doctor Who on Sunday morning that had followed the Sesame Street show.
You caught the tail end of Sesame Street.
So we associate the theme song to Sesame Street to Doctor Who.
You know what? So we should do a mix, a Doctor Who Sesame Street mix. I'll bet you the Doctor's been on Sesame Street. Come on, you know he had to have been one of the Doctors had to have
the
been
Wicked
on there.
Witch of the West was on Sesame Street, but so for you, it's not the opening theme of Sesame Street that you have.
It's the closing theme.
Nostalgia with. It's the closing theme. It's the let's
Right.
see if we got it here. Well, this is a silent. Oh, there we go. With the harmonica going. And then you see the big dog barking and running off. And,
Oh, it's Barkley, yeah.
Yeah, Barkley.
I remember my Sesame Street.
This
The good
was,
ones. Back in the day, it was good ones. Now the new ones kind of like weird, but
So this was getting ready for Doctor Who. This makes you feel like Doctor Who's coming on next, right?
Actually, that wasn't the theme. No, it wasn't that one, I don't think. I don't remember the harmonica on it.
This was totally the closing theme in the 80s.
Must have been later 80s.
This was closing theme when I was watching it in like 82, 83, probably 80 and
I'd-
81 as well.
I don't recall it that way, though.
Huh. All right. Well. Maybe you tuned in a little later, so maybe you came in after the official closing theme and came in for the funky chimes. Let's. You might remember this.
Yes. It's Doctor Who.
everybody
is
remembers
now.
that part. Everybody
Doctor
remembers
Who
that
is
part.
coming right up.
Doctor Who's coming on after the funky chimes.
What are you talking about? I thought Mr. Rogers was next.
Yeah.
Well,
Well,
this is PBS in Denver.
Well, Denver needs to
Sunday
get their
mo-
crap
Sunday
together.
morning.
I was always so disappointed when Mr. Rogers didn't come on next and instead, hey, you guy! I didn't want
Oh,
that.
Electric Company. You know,
No,
you knew,
no, that
you
was
knew.
for older
you-
than me.
Do you remember the show that used to come on after all that stuff? The kids knew. Okay, it's time to change the channel. It was like the McGuire News Hour or something. That would come on. You'd be like, okay, everything's done. Time to go do something else.
Yeah.
Wow.
Time to turn it. What time did Romper
Was
Room
that
come
actually
on?
a theremin on Doctor Who? I thought that was synthesizer.
I don't think it was. I think it was something else.
Well, it does glide like a theremin.
I think someone said it was something else. But
Yeah.
It sounds like therapy. You're right.
But that was what Delilah Derbyshire, I think, was the composer for that. Here we go. The original 1963 Doctor Who theme was created using no synthesizers, as commercial units did not yet exist, and said Delilah Derbyshire and Dick Mills at the BBC Radiophonic Workshop constructed the sound using musique concrète techniques, splicing together analog tape recordings of test tone oscillators, white noise, and a plucked string, which is a similar concept to synthesizer, just not official. I mean, what is synthesizer but electronically generated noise organized
Right.
to be? It's just that it was done very but of course that would be the original Doctor Who theme, because like the Tom Baker era was a re-recorded version.
Right, and actually it was Tom Baker. We were introduced to Doctor Who with Tom Baker.
The 1980s,
And it's kind of hard to think that he isn't the best one, although I do like some of the other ones.
the 1980 Peter Howell arrangement, often mistaken for the original, was composed using the Yamaha CS80 for the bass line, ARP Odyssey for the main melody, Roland Jupiter 4, and an EMS vocoder.
Do you have
19
the recording of that?
I could pull up. I'm just reading a blurb from the search engine. I have to actually start pulling up sources. So let's take a look. Original Doctor Who theme to get the original Delia Derbyshire. Let's see. So this is said on YouTube to be the original.
Oh, and this is the original.
Right. It's got the white noise generator and
Oh yeah, so I hear that
clutch
different.
string.
Yeah.
That can be done with tone generators. Yeah.
Boy, and then when they redid it for Tom Baker, it sounds very much the same. Weird.
I mean, they kept the vibe certainly.
Now and then they changed. Who was the next Doctor Who? Quick, brain is not functioning. Peter Davidson, is it?
I'm not quite the Doctor Who expert. I'd have to Google it.
He was also on Creatures Big and Small. BBC.
Okay. Well, here's the 1980 version.
Oh yeah, that sounds very different, but I mean the vibe is the same for sure.
Yeah. But yeah, and it's been redone many times since then. But that's
Right.
But yeah, still no theremin. That's done with early '80s synthesizers.
Should have been done theremin. I bet you people have done it.
Well, by then you wouldn't need. I mean, keep in mind this is people doing a job with readily available tools of the day.
Sure.
The theremin not exactly the easiest instrument to play.
You can buy them on Amazon.
You could get. They didn't have Amazon in 1980.
Are you sure? Have you looked at their freaking thing? Their site says like 1980 to 2026.
Take it up with Peter Howell.
I will.
He
Peter Howell?
He
Peter
should
Howell,
have gone
call
on
in.
Amazon, ordered a theremin to be delivered to the BBC studios instead of using
Peter Howell,
the
call
Roland
in.
Jupiter 4.
Gators will make it so. Just don't show us pictures or videos.
Hey, the synthesizers he used were perfectly fine synthesizers that made a wonderful rendition of that theme. But so today's snack of choice from our Sir Bars is peanut butter filled pretzels.
Yeah.
I like it.
Not peanut butter covered pretzels, but
No, they're filled.
filled.
They're like little
filled.
pockets. They have little peanut butter inside them. Yeah. They're good.
Now, Dune writing in, I think Barney played roles in toppling third world dictators as well as compelling bad people to fess up to the bad things they did. Solid role model.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I was close. Peter Davison is not Davidson.
Okay.
Was the fifth Doctor Who
Okay.
after Tom Baker.
After Tom Baker.
Probably also been used as a torture device, the Clockwork Orange, and they make them watch Barney for 24 hours
Oh, there
with
we
their
go.
eyelids taped open, and then they confess everything.
That would be effective.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, what was I saying? All right. Why was I talking about Sesame Street? Oh, yeah, because we were trying to. I was trying to dig myself out of the hole I dug myself in, putting down.
The new Sesame
Barney.
Street sucks, by the way, just to let you know.
What's that?
Play Sesame Street sucks. No offense, but it does.
Well, you know, it was cool. They in the '90s they put out a dance remix of the Sesame Street theme called "Sesame's Treat." Yeah, it was. Let's see if I can find that.
Was it
Smart
decent? I mean-
Ease, Sesame's Treat. It was. I
That sounds like something else, Gators. Are you sure this is a TV? Are you sure this is the music?
There we go. I actually went and tracked down a vintage single of this, just because. I think it was a guy in my class by the name of Dragos that brought this in, played it for us.
Grapes. Wait, are those regular grapes, dude, or are they fermented grapes?
Fermented grapes. Fermented birthday grapes. Let's see. So, yes. Dune is eating grapes.
Oh.
Not Magpie was drinking grape juice. Yes, grape juice.
You know what? Very healthy, except for me. Mine is not healthy.
So a lot of us are back from what we did not go on last week, because last week I was on vacation. Even though technically I was actually here on Monday, I was in transit between different vacation modes.
Different
I was-
vacation modes.
Yeah,
I was
well,
here, but I was not here.
I had to transition from beach mode to lake mode. So that
Oh,
was
so you came home and then you went to
the lake.
the lake.
The lake.
The
Yes.
lake in Pennsylvania.
Correct.
Oh, look at this! I'm keeping up.
Yeah, because we always go to the beach for the closest weekend to my dad's birthday, and so that was the last weekend, the 15th, 16th, and then I drove home, and I don't know if y'all read about some accident on the Parkway on the 16th, but yeah, I got stuck in that traffic.
No, I didn't. I'm sorry.
Some dumbass in I think some kind of a oh god, you know what, let me pull this up so I tell this story right about this fucking dumbass. Let's talk about this dumbass and his speed car that he wanted to go speed racer on.
Ooh,
Traffic be damned.
wish I could go speed racer. They won't let me.
You're a dumbass. You're grade A, number one, bona fide, first class. You're a dumbass. You're a dumbass. And you'll be one all your dumbass life.
Did you crash?
He did. He
Oh, see, he's not a very good driver then, because you could be a speedster, do it, just don't crash, you're fine.
So give the details of the accident.
Well, when I Google it, everything that comes up is videos instead of like the news story about it. Here we go. No, that's a different accident.
We don't have very good writers today.
No, we don't.
They're lazy.
We don't. We have but let's see. Let's see if we could find the video. Oh, this video has no sound. This is a video of a person driving by the accident. Well, here, let me pull that up. As I understand it, it was some kind of high-speed car that and the guy to bypass traffic pulled into the rest stop to blast through the rest stop parking lot to get around the traffic, and then was coming back on the merge on lane and continued going at high speeds, and eventually the merge on lane ended with a barrier that that old saying that two objects cannot occupy the same space at the same time.
Wait, was that on Top Cop?
That was in physics class, I think.
Oh.
And so the car was smashed into pieces. Last I heard, the guy's in critical condition in the hospital, but I have my aunt's been following it more than me, because my aunt's talking about this.
So is that down in Pennsylvania, or where was that?
No, it was on the Parkway, on the Garden State Parkway in New Jersey.
In Jersey. Okay.
Yeah.
So you don't want to take some time to visit him in the hospital to play
No.
that song.
No, the thought didn't occur to me.
Gators is the barrier okay?
I think it will be okay. It might need a little work. I think the barrier will be. Anyways, that was a viewer footage. Of course, this is from the traffic jam created by the dumbass rubberneckers that have to make sure that
Sure,
both
right.
directions are miserable. So
That's right.
thank you for that. And,
That's why you need in the median a high wall so people can
Yeah.
see over it.
So let's see.
Oh, there was a thing on the Grand Tour that the fellows from Top Gear. There was a guy that set up a fake speed camera on his house that looked exactly like the real thing. And the
Right.
cops told them to take it down because it was a distraction. That means all speed cameras are a distraction. Take them all down.
I like it. I like it.
Oh,
We don't have many here, but
I found an actual article about this accident. Now,
Oh, good.
I actually left late enough that by the time I got stuck in the traffic jam, the road had been reopened, so I just had to crawl for like an hour or an hour and a half or somewhere about that through the. But the thing is that my phone tried to warn me and told me I should take the turnpike. But in my defense, my phone always tells me to take the turnpike, and it's usually wrong. So every time my phone has cried wolf one
Exactly.
time too many, so every time I'm driving north on the parkway
Yeah.
and it says take the turnpike, I'm like, no, you dumbass, I don't want to go to Damon's bathhouse, for crying out loud. I want to go
Right.
home.
right.
Well, actually,
Well, and the thing is if
Yeah.
you get a warning of a traffic situation that's over 30 minutes away,
yeah.
it'll probably be clear by then anyway.
But the truth of the
Except for
matter is,
construction, which never happens anyway, right?
the problem is that the turnpike takes you to the George Washington Bridge in New York City. Both things I don't want to visit. Whereas the Parkway takes me up to around New York City to the Cuomo Bridge, formerly the Tappan Zee Bridge.
The Tappan Zee Bridge.
Right. Well, it
It's
depends
always going to be the Tappan Zee Bridge to me, since
well. That all depends.
that's what
on
it was
which-
called the last time it was on it.
It all depends on what state you're approaching it from, because the signage in Connecticut still says Tappan Zee as you approach the New York.
No
border.
kidding.
At least
Oh,
last
that's
time I
stupid.
checked, they may have updated that by now. Anyways, I don't know why that says child porn arrest. I guess.
Well,
it's
there
the
was a
previous-
Long's
let's-
drugstore in Monterey that years after it was CVS, they finally replaced the sign that says "Long Drugs Parking Only."
Okay,
Long's Drugs is long gone at that time.
long gone. Well, let's listen to this little report on this accident to get a better telling than mine.
All right, we have an update out of Union County.
Is this
where
Maggie?
One man is seriously hurt following this crash along the Garden State Parkway. Police say a Mercedes lost control while driving south in Union. Happening around 6 this morning, the car then hit a guardrail, we're told, crossed into the northbound lanes and collided with two other cars. The driver of the Mercedes was ejected and has serious injuries. That crash remains under investigation tonight.
Well, wait, this report is from August 20th, so I don't know if this is the same accident. I mean, there's a lot of accidents on the Parkway, because it doesn't say that. It
That
happened on
doesn't sound the
16th.
same as what you were describing.
No, that doesn't sound
Yeah.
the same. There's a lot of accidents on this road. Let's see. Yeah. Let me see if I can find information about the real. I don't know why my aunt was following it, and I'm like, I got stuck in that traffic jam, and I don't know why she was following it. Why that? But then again, she also lives in an area that the Parkway is a relevant road to her. Let's see. add guardrail into the search terms, so it'll find.
Dude wants a name, by the way.
What's the name of what?
Of the person who crashed. Oh, the favorite aunt. Dude wants the name of the favorite aunt.
This is funny because no, he doesn't.
He's trying to make a conversation, right? Like that, Dune.
You'd have a better chance of getting in a word edgewise in a conversation with Brian than you would with my aunt.
Yeah. Oh, good one. Well, either that or my brother Steve. Oh, you could go on for 2 hours without taking a breath. I don't know how that happens.
So now I found another article about the accident on the 20th, the 4-car crash. So apparently this 4-car crash has taken over the buzz about Parkway accidents.
See, they can only do one at a time.
And
Yeah.
I don't know where to find the article or
Dude still wants to hang out with her, by the way.
okay. Dude, running in. I still think she's cool. I'm not hating. I'm not hating either. You get to hear all about the rentals, the rental units around the lake, and how they're
Oh, the
ruining
stories
it.
we could hear about gators, I'm sure.
There might be a few. No. Being my mom's youngest sister, she was the designated babysitter for the first few years of my life, whether she wanted to or not. But yeah. So, anyways, yeah. So after but 10 doesn't always go with me to the shore. So, I suppose I could, and then also I didn't want to leave the cats alone for too long, because we already, which Shaniko still perfectly fine, not doing that confused thing again after that last time she did that. But we did hire a cat sitter, and we decided to just go to the lake from Wednesday through Sunday. That way, we just need to get a cat sitter to pop in on Thursday, Friday, Saturday to make sure that she didn't get herself lost in my room again. But that didn't happen. Shaniko came out and greeted him every time he popped by, and he posted a video every day, and then closed the app, and then reopened the app at 2 a.m, and then we got the update. But we did eventually get the update that he was at the house. So, but dude, running in, I just want to hang out. It's not like I'm asking if she's married. Well, she is married. Because then at some point it was both of them babysitting. The uncle hurled my brother into the swimming pool once against his will, clothes, shoes, and all. They were. I don't remember what the occasion was they were babysitting us, but they usually would babysit us for the weekend that my parents would go to the Trans Am Nationals.
They would bring you with them?
No. You know what? If we were given the option to spend a weekend with our aunt and uncle at home or spend a weekend with our parents at a car show in Ohio, that would be a tough call.
No, I'd be in Ohio with the car show. No problem.
That'd be
no
a
problem
real
with that.
tough call.
Nope. I'd be at the car show in Ohio. No problem.
No, we were not fans of car shows. They were boring, and one that would last a whole weekend was not all right. Then again, the hotel did have a swimming pool.
So this last weekend, actually the prior
Well, I was
weekend
gonna tell a story
was the
about the swimming
big
pool.
car show in Monterey, and we didn't go, not because it was boring, because the crowds were huge.
No one goes there. They're too crowded.
I love car
Right.
shows. I've been to a couple.
Yeah.
Many of them, actually.
Dude asking happily. Yes, absolutely.
That Gators knows of.
I will say it might be a high demand situation, but as far as I know, everyone involved is happy. High maintenance, I think, is the word I was looking for there. Anyways, point is, so they were babysitting us for, I don't think it was a Trans Am Nationals weekend. I think it was something else because my cousins were staying with us too, and the same thing would happen most.
So
meals.
everybody that didn't want to go to the car show was at your place.
This wasn't for
with
the
your
car
aunt.
show. This was another occasion in which our aunt
Oh.
and uncle was babysitting us, and our cousins were there too. So maybe my aunt, maybe my other aunt was there for some reason. There was, I forget what it was.
And your parents weren't there.
Right, my parents were not there, and the other aunt of the parent of my cousins wasn't there, but the aunt and uncle.
This is always a good plan. Fill up the house with guests while you're not there.
There was some reason for this. I don't recall what it was, but the point is that my aunt
But it
and uncle
makes
were
a good
babysitting.
story.
My aunt and uncle were babysitting us and our cousins, and the way mealtime usually devolved was that
Devolved.
my aunt and uncle would get tired of shenanigans at the table, and the more they would object and tell us not to do things, the more it would encourage us to do things until they got fed up and demanded nothing but complete silence and eating, and any word, any spoken word or noise was forbidden, which only encourages kids to try to see how much noise they can get away
Yeah.
with.
Yeah, usually they go beep.
Well,
Of course.
no, it was just to come. I didn't mean to. But I think the main objection.
Mind if I toot?
Well, the main objection was that my brother was burping, and my aunt was not enjoying this. My brother had a habit of trying to see how far he could get into the alphabet while burping. He was pretty good. He could get to H at least. But my aunt was not thrilled with it. So at some point, my uncle lays down the threat. And it probably started as an empty threat, but the problem with empty threats are you have to follow through or they will never take you seriously again. He lays out the threat, I'll throw you in the pool if you don't knock that off.
My brother-in-law would throw me in the pool.
So this eventually escalates to my brother being thrown over his shoulders, carried out, and we're all eating on the porch. So we all turn to the windows to look at the pool as he takes him out the door of the porch, walks around the porch, up the ladder to the pool. And to be fair to my uncle, he was looking for an off-ramp here because my brother just was laughing
Yeah.
because this was ridiculous.
Yep.
And my uncle's like, you going to stop? Are you going to stop? And he was just looking for a yes. Yes, I'll stop out of him. But my brother was too busy laughing. He couldn't get a word out. And so into the pool he went. Shoes, clothes,
Good job.
and all.
Good job. I'd say yes. See? Don't mess with them.
And then he had to get out and get changed. And I have to say, I don't think getting thrown in the pool with your clothes on's that bad. I really don't. I don't,
I was at a barbecue at my sister's, and I was being myself, of course. And my brother-in-law picks me up, picks up the chair, throws me and the chair in the pool. I had technology in my pockets.
Oh.
I was like, oh! I threw because I had my jacket. I was a little chilly outside. They have an ingrown pool.
An ingrown pool.
An ingrown pool. It
Is that like an
festers in the
ingrown
ground.
toenail?
Yeah. They have a in-ground
Right.
pool. I like throw my jacket up on the side. And I get out. I'm like, oh, I hope my phone and my earphones and this and this and this and this are okay. And they look at me like,
See, these are not innocent pranks anymore. This is property destroying pranks these
you know what?
days.
All my stuff it's pretty much waterproof. So
Well, that's good.
yeah. Except for my wallet, it got very wet. But no paper cards in there except for like medical card. But I think my COVID card got completely destroyed, and I'm like, it's okay. I don't think I need that anymore. So
Anyways, this past last Thanksgiving, we basically set the week that, clear with my aunt and uncle. Will you be able to go to the lake that week so we can come down visit you for a long weekend? Yes, we can. Marked on the calendar. They'll be at Maine the week before, but that week's the week after, so they could absolutely do that, and they'll write it down, and that was cleared. And so that'll turn into a game of which siblings of mine are going to join me there, so that there could be a group of us to have. So my youngest sister, she's like, well, I'm going Wednesday, but I got to leave Saturday morning because I got a party Saturday afternoon. And then my other sister, at first she said she couldn't go. And then she said, well, I was thinking I might go, on Friday to Sunday. But I don't know. And so it's funny. So then my aunt starts messaging me going, so you're coming down Wednesday to Sunday, or what's going on? And I'm like, yeah, that's my plan, but we still got to figure out what's going on with the cat, because this was before the vet visit. So, we're going to talk to the vet, see what's going on with our cat, and then figure this out, And she's like, oh, let me know. And I'm like, okay. And so I let her know. And then she's like, well, do you know if anyone else is going? I'm like, well, I think Amanda's going. I don't know about Steph. She's like, well, Steph told me she's not going. So then I have the other group chat, and Steph's like, oh, I didn't think it was optional. So if it's optional, I'm not going. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that's right. It's not optional. I'll see you there, LOL. But ultimately, my other sister asked her her son Aiden and her daughter if they wanted to go. They wanted to go, so she did it for them. Which worked out nicely. So they and the main reason I want to do it that week is because the Hartford Fair, which is in that area, was happening during that week. I'm like, we should go to the fair like we used to as kids. Same fair, go have a fun day at the fair. And but the problem is that Amanda's leaving Saturday morning. Steph's not getting there till Friday night, so there's no day that we could all of us go to the fair at the same time. And so Amanda's like, well, I don't care all that much about the fair. So if you all want to do that without me,
How do you care about how do you not care about a fair?
I'd have to take it up with her. This story gets better. So I'm like, oh, all right. Well, then if we're all going to go to the fair with Aiden and Steph and Gabby, we'll all go on Saturday. And Steph raises no objections to this in the text chat. No objections at all. So I thought that was the plan. So then Steph gets there Friday night, and we're talking about, we're going to go to the fair tomorrow. We'll probably go there, have lunch there. We got to go after, Uncle gets back from this meeting, and we'll all drive, we'll take 2 cars, and that way some people want to leave early. They can't, and she's like, oh, I don't want to go to the fair.
What? Why not? They get to stay home. I'm going to the fair to get some funnel cake and frickin' banana on a stick. Go away.
I'm like, well, doesn't Gabby want to go to the fair? It's fun to go to the fair with a child. Bring the young one to the fair. And she's like, I don't know. I don't want to go. Yeah. So this basically escalates to Saturday. I'm like, well, does Gabby want to go? Has anyone asked Gabby? And when she was asked if she wants to go to the fair, she said, yes, I want to go to the fair.
Of course.
So
see, Gabby knows where it's at.
So that's how Steph got stuck going to the fair.
Good.
Buying 3 passes at full price.
Good.
I told her she could get them cheaper if buying them ahead of time, and included the link on the text chat. But she just figured she was going to not go, would that be fine, without telling us that she doesn't want it.
Well,
if she said...
Could you bring like a Pepsi can or something? Doesn't that usually give discounts or something?
No, you get discounts if you buy them, if you buy the pre-sale. But once the fair starts, they're full price.
Oh.
Unless you're a senior citizen, which she is not.
Oh.
My aunt, on the other hand, was talking all about how she could get her ticket cheaper.
Okay.
But anyways, so yeah, I kind of roped her in. So we all go to the fair, and my aunt and uncle are like, we'll come down later, because my uncle still wasn't back from the meeting that he had to go to that morning. And it's like, we'll go when he comes back, and we'll meet you there, and then we'll have lunch. And
I'm
so
gonna tell you, that's kind of Stephanie's fault, honestly. You think about it.
I agree.
What child doesn't want to go to a fair?
Exactly.
I mean, you might as well just get the tickets and ask her, do you want to go to the fair? If not,
Well, she could have said in the text chat, I don't want to go to the fair. I'm not going. And if she said that, I would have said, oh, okay, well, I guess we'll go with Amanda on like Thursday or Friday, which would have worked out better because Saturday's the busiest day. It's the last day. Plus, on Saturday, that's the day that they're auctioning off the animals. So if you want to see the animals, there's not as many of them to see because they're all being walked over to the.
you find animals?
50, 60, 65, and I would not be a good auctioneer because I cannot do that very well
Gators,
at all.
did you go?
Oh, is that what you're doing?
You hear it in your head, you figure you can replicate it easily, and then you try to, and you find out, no, it's
No,
not
you can't.
easy to do the auctioneer thing. I'd have to work on that a little bit if I'm going to try that again. We'll delete the VOD. Don't
What?
anyone-
No,
don't
delete the
anyone
VOD.
grab
it's
that.
fine, It's fine. You'll fix
Dune
the
will
post,
get it.
right?
Dune will get it.
Anyways. But, I mean, we could still see animals, but a lot of them were going off to be auctioned, so there was not as, it would have been better to catch them earlier in the week.
What animals do they have?
Horses, cows, pigs.
Goats,
I didn't see goats, but they probably had goats somewhere.
donkeys.
I didn't see any donkeys. They had bunnies, but they weren't auctioning those off.
Oh, did you take
Were
it
they
home?
doing what bunnies do?
No, they were keeping them in separate cages.
What?
There was no bunny loving going on here.
What?
at
No
the
hopping
fair.
around?
No. Oh, they were hopping. But
Trying to get into that other cage where they could do what they really want to do.
What? More hopping?
Happen
anyways,
together.
at some point, my aunt and uncle's plan to come to the fair and eat lunch because my aunt, all she's talking about, she wants to get a walking taco. She wants to get a walking taco. Got to find a walking taco. I'm going to have my walking taco. And then all of a sudden, my sister, we're there. There's this Birds of Prey show that's getting ready to start. It's like 5 minutes from starting, and my sister's talking on the phone. And then my sister puts on the phone and says, "Get Gabby, we got to go." And I'm like, "Where are you going?" It's like, Aunt Susie's picking us up. I'm like, well, she's not coming in to get her walking taco. She doesn't want to pay for admission. She's meeting
What
us
do
at
you
the
mean? I
entrance.
should not see your citizen tickets.
So her trip to the fair turned into a rescue mission to get Stephanie out of there is what I think happened.
You know what? Then you know what you should have done? You should have said, okay, let's stop by Walking Taco, pick up something up for her, and then bring it out for her. If she's
Fuck that. She wants her taco. She can get it her damn self.
Wow, Gators! Wow! You don't want to be your aunt's favorite?
I'm already my aunt's favorite by default.
Are you sure about that?
Yes.
Because she came and wanted to pick up Stephanie, not you. So
Well, she knew I didn't need to be rescued from the fair. I wanted to
you
be
know what?
at the
you pick it,
fair.
have her pick up Stephanie, and you guys stay for a couple more hours.
Yeah, well, I Stephanie wanted to take Gabby with her, and
Did Gabby want to leave?
she didn't object. I don't know. Well,
It's like, Gabby, do you want to stay? You can stay with us, and we'll hang out and do stuff.
admission gives you full access to all the rides. She did
Yeah.
not want to go on any rides. She wouldn't go on any rides. I thought maybe she would warm
Well,
up
the
to
ride,
it as she gets.
usually the rides at a fair are kind of sketch. I will tell
Gabby's
you.
a very kind of shy,
Is she?
nervous.
I-
Type.
I
She
was
takes
thinking, yo,
time
Gabby,
to warm
Gabby.
up to a situation.
Yeah.
So I
Yeah.
thought, given more time, she might warm up to the idea of going on the merry-go-round or something, and that.
It's like, yo, Gabby, let's go. Come on. I gotta go. I gotta get on the merry-go-round, and you're coming with me. Come on, let's go. Come on.
But she
You got your
did
horse.
not.
Let's go.
So after they
Or
left,
she would have gone. It would have been no problem. She would have gone.
But Aunt Susie launched a rescue mission to get him out of there without paying admission.
Aunt Susie, come on.
And decided she did not want a walking taco all that
And you
much.
didn't get her one?
She was there. She could have come in and got one. That was the plan. She changed the plans. I didn't even have time to get her
She
one
would
if I
have
wanted
loved you
to.
that much more if you would have got her one.
I
On the way
wasn't
out.
leaving
Yeah, but you
the fair.
weren't even going out of the park.
Oh, so you weren't leaving.
Right.
You were staying.
If anyone was going to get her a walking taco, it would have had to have been Steph that would have gone to get her a
definitely.
walking
Yeah,
taco.
definitely. Okay.
But that was
I
not.
thought you were going. Okay, never mind.
No, I was staying at the fair.
Yeah, he's like, why did Gabby stay? She could have rode some rides or hung out and got another.
Steph
got
said,
an
"Get
elephant ear or
Gabby, we're
something."
going." She didn't
I mean,
give me an option.
Who doesn't want? Who doesn't
Well-
want? Who doesn't want an elephant ear? Come on.
Gabby's very shy around me. She barely talks to me. So
Oh.
I don't know if she would feel all that comfortable leaving mommy for weird Uncle Gators. You know,
Oh.
that's.
Shoot, next time I gotta go, she'd probably hang out with me. That's
with
not a
his
problem.
weird camera he keeps pointing at me.
Yeah, yeah, we would have hung out. It's cool. Gabby, let's go.
Or no, more accurately, with that weird thing I have no idea what it is because I don't recognize that as a camera that he keeps pointing at me.
And why does it look like a train light on the front of it?
Well, I
The
was
animals,
shooting-
their animals' eyes go completely dilated when he stares at them with it.
I was shooting outdoors. I did not even bring the light with me, mainly because I forgot to pack it. But even so, I wasn't really planning on doing much indoor
poor
shooting.
Gabby. She's
Poor
gonna. She's gonna say, "Yep, Gators is his fault."
No, she had a good time though. She got to fly a kite, go for a ride on the boat.
Who flies a kite in a freaking?
Go, and Gabby now has the world record for the slowest tubing. You know when they pull the tube behind the boat? She wanted to try tubing, but she was nervous about it.
Oh, I
so
love
we're like,
tubing.
well, we'll go slow and just do small circles in front of the house and see how you like it.
You better,
and ask-
you better freaking gun that. I'm gonna be jumping the waves. Come on, let's go. Come on.
So we pulled her slow. She was fine with that. And then we said, you want to go a little faster? She said no. And then we asked again, you want to go a little faster? And she said, okay. We went faster. And then she said, could you slow down? And we did. And then we continued
Wow,
going in
Gabby!
the slowest circles. It was so slow that at the end of this, when her hands got a little sore from holding on, she said, all right, let's go in now. My aunt had to pull the rope in and was pulling the tube into the boat. That was going faster than when we were pulling the tube
Wait,
with
wait.
the boat.
Did you pull Gabby into the boat in the tube still?
No, we pulled the tube over to the dock and she got up on
Oh, I would have
onto
jumped off
dock.
the tube and said, "Let's go. I'm gonna swim in."
She didn't want
Sorry.
to get wet.
Oh my god! Wait! How do you get in a tube and not want to get wet? You're in the water in a tube.
It
You know what?
wasn't. It's cooler. The lake is up in the mountains, so it's a cooler climate than.
Oh.
So it was kind of in the low 70s, and it was cloudy at times. So it was not exactly. I'm dying to jump into lake weather.
Yeah.
It would be a bit chilly to come out of a lake drenched in kind of cloudy low 70s
Gators,
weather.
I'm
So-
used to the lakes in California. It's
Ah.
freaking cold as crap here. You know how cold the ocean is, Gators?
Do you know what cold even is?
I know what cold is. I've been swimming in the mountains before. I've been swimming in the Blue Ridge Mountains, man. It's freaking cold as crap.
Okay. So, anyways, yeah. So I shot 4 rolls of Ectochrome.
Ooh.
None
Nice.
of them jammed. Because the thing is, I had a roll of Ectochrome that I brought with me to the shore the first weekend. It jammed. It would not advance. It's the second roll from that batch that did that. So I think I got a bad batch that's just all jammed, and I don't know why or what I could do about it. So I might have to toss the other 2 or 3 I have from that batch. So when I got ready to go to the lake, I had one that was from the good batch that I got the really good color processing out of. So I brought that because that was a guaranteed, just about guaranteed to work cart. But then I brought other rolls. I brought 5 rolls with me, mainly just so that I would have rolls from different lots. So that way, if I got another one that jammed, I could go to another one that was from a different lot that was less likely to also have the same problem. And we were doing a lot of things at the lake. I, took a lot of shots around the lake. I took a shot at the tree, did some shots of the flying the kite, riding around the boat, trying to fly the kite off the back of the boat, the tubing, stuff at the fair. I shot 4 rolls of film, and all 4 of them went through to the end without jamming. Now, will they actually process and produce images? Well, we'll see. Can I get color out of them? We'll see.
We'll see.
So I got some film to process this coming up weekend.
Nice.
Yeah, but it was a successful trip, and fun was had by all. And hopefully we could do it again next summer. Hopefully we could get back to getting there, because we used to get there every summer. But last year we didn't, and 2 years ago, my sisters said they weren't going to be able to go, and then at the last minute they were able to go, and they didn't tell me, and then they went without me. But anyways, we'll see. But I think we're all supposed to go there for Thanksgiving this year. Although we'll see what my brother does a weasel out of it this time.
Oh, okay.
I think he's worried that my uncle's going to throw him in the lake.
Yeah.
On Thanksgiving, it would be really cold.
It would be. That's why it would be funny. You don't bring me chili, I'll make you chili.
Wow.
I don't think so. Don't
Look
think
at that.
He keeps wanting him to bring him.
What if somebody just
bucket
what if
of
he just
chili.
popped out a can of watermelon and said, "There, I brought you chili."
No. It wants a chili from the specific hot dog place that has the best chili.
Oh.
My brother thinks it's just Hormel or stuff that they get out of a can.
It's like, oh, we were gonna bring some. We've had a big bowl and we ate it on the way here. So sorry. It was delicious. You're right.
Anyways, it was a good visit. It was a good visit to the lake. Now, Brian, you've been doing some film processing.
Yep.
Now, you bought a C41 kit. Is that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
Cinestill?
Cinestill, right.
Yeah, I
There you
think
go.
there are DIY C41 formulations on the internet, but that's one that's Kodak hasn't published their proprietary data on that like they have other processing. And I think that takes CD4, Color Developer 4 powder, which I don't think could be easily found. Although I think it will cross-process an ECN2, which takes CD3. But I don't know anything about the hot dog place.
Dune is asking
It's in Jersey
the
City.
hard-hitting questions, by the way.
What's that?
Dune is asking the hard-hitting questions, by the way. Just to
What
let you know.
hot dog place? It's in Jersey City. I've never been there. I don't even know the name of it. Apparently, the parking situation is challenging. Although my uncle says all you have to do is just stop your car on the bridge and get out. By the time
You
by the
just get
time
out on the
anyone
bridge?
comes, you'll be gone. You're just going in and out quickly, anyways. Everyone else does it. Yeah.
In traffic?
Well, I think there's room on the side of the bridge to park without obstructing
Oh,
traffic.
I thought you'd be like, yeah, we're just in traffic. It's fine. You can get out and walk around, do whatever you want, and come back. The car will still be there.
Yeah, well, whatever. Just we're blocking traffic. Who cares? So, Brian, you're
Yeah.
processing someone else's old found film. I take it.
Yep.
So what's the
Nice.
story? Where'd you get the film?
Yeah, so this friend of mine, George, had a bunch of film that was not processed. It was all taken, not processed. Obviously, it's over 20 years old or so. And he said, hey, you want to process this? Go ahead. So I thought, well, what the hell? I'm going to do some of my own. This will help me to practice a methodology. And so I grabbed it. There's probably, I haven't fully sorted them out yet. So far, I've only I've sorted out some Kodak Gold 200 film.
Right.
That
That's
were
popular.
clearly exposed. There were a few rolls of this and that were unexposed because the tab was still sticking out. And
I've
one
had a
was
camera
marked with.
that left the tab out when it rewound it, so I don't even
Yeah.
know if that's 100% certain. But sorry, go ahead.
Well, I
Did he say it was unexposed or?
I knew that they would be exposed
Okay.
because the tab wasn't out. There are a couple that have the tab out, and written on the canister is so many shots taken.
Oh,
So
Wow, people spend time to write on the canister?
now I was assuming that most of what he took was stuff from his Nikon cameras. But some of the stuff that I've done is like, okay, the frames aren't quite right.
huh.
You expect the frames to be, you got that gap between each frame by this much,
Right.
obviously smaller, right? But some of them, like the gap would be a little bit bigger or the frame would actually be longer.
Huh.
How did he do that? That can't be the,
I-
I don't think the Nikon does that.
You kind of reminded me. I remember my mom talking about there was some neighbors we had that lived behind us that I seem to recall there was stories that they had this weird camera that for whatever reason would often result in like weird frame issues coming out with the prints that they got back because they didn't know how to properly deal with the way this camera operated.
Yeah.
So could be some kind of because obviously this is 35, so this predates the Advantix film that would have the specific wide frame shots. Although
Sure,
the way it did that was actually it just narrowed it, so you really were just you were actually using less of the frame and then blowing that up more.
Actually, there's this really cool camera. It's called my memory isn't working at all. Oh, a rotator. So you hold the camera out like this.
Right. Oh,
You
you've
push
talked
the
about
button,
that. Yeah.
and the whole thing rotates. So you have a very wide frame,
Right.
35 millimeter. I think that's pretty cool.
So it sounds like he had some kind of a unique camera that did something unique with the frame.
No, this is just when I saw it listed.
Well,
You know,
I mean, but you're saying you're seeing odd frames.
Well, yeah, a
odd-sized
little
frames.
bit longer, and some were a little shorter.
So there's something weird about that camera that the roll was shot.
And
on.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't really know because he hadn't. I haven't asked him yet.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I got some really weird shit going on. And then there were some film where toward the beginning there were broken sprockets, which makes it tough to wide in without just popping out.
Oh, that sucks.
But I managed to do it. I've processed 5 rolls.
Nice. Do you have any samples you want to share with us?
Uh,
And how old are these rolls? Shot in the
there's no
90s?
date on them.
Rough. Does he have any idea how old they are?
One of the shots, actually one of the rolls has a date on it, and the thing was all backwards, which means I think I scanned the thing upside down,
Okay.
and I think it said 92.
So I think you
Anyway,
could...
no, I don't have anything to share at this time.
Oh,
I'm gonna have to put together a little slideshow.
okay. I mean,
Some of these things I have absolutely no idea who's in it.
Yeah,
okay.
you don't show pictures of people you don't know. that you
Right.
don't know.
In fact, the only person I recognize is the guy's wife in
Okay.
some shots, and not very many. And then there's these birthday pictures of like,
Right.
oh yeah, they're having a birthday party.
And I have to say, they came out fairly normal. Because I've seen a film that is processed years later that comes
Yeah.
out with like a pink hue or an orange hue. Are you using color correction when scanning these, or is this
No.
straight off of the negative?
Just automatic straight off the negative.
Yeah, no, that's. I mean, now one of them's got like a little bit of a like glow on one side, and I don't know if that's part of the photo or if that is some kind of
Yeah,
aging.
when I look at some of them, it looks like there's an orange light leak or something.
Right, yeah,
Something's weird.
something's weird.
Well, that wouldn't be a light leak. It's just orange.
Right, so I don't know if that's a tint that only affected part of
Yeah.
it, or if that's just the way the lighting was when the picture was taken.
Yeah.
But otherwise, the colors look fairly normal. I mean, kind of.
Yeah, not
there's-
too shabby. Yeah, not too shabby. And then of course, the first roll that I went in with the scanner, because of this gap on the left side, along the sprockets,
right.
that would be white, and it made it just threw the whole exposure off,
When it
So-
was doing the auto
auto exposure.
exposure or auto.
The whole
brightness.
idea is to do it quickly and not screw with it. I can always
Right.
try to fix it, rescan later.
Yeah, I usually I know I have a similar Epson scanner to you, and
Yeah.
I think I only use that like ice dust removal, which is specifically for negatives, and the auto color, the auto backlight. I leave those disabled, and I do
Yeah.
notice that these pictures do look a little grainy, but that's also normal for digital scans of negatives.
Right.
Analog prints tend to diffuse the grain, and that's one of the downsides of digitally scanning negatives is that you get that detail to the point that it's not always so you might want to filter those at a later time to try
Sure.
to reduce the graininess, but ultimately I just want to get down a raw copy of a high quality copy of these things and figure out the rest later.
Right. I'm not going to do high quality on all of them. I'll
Right.
do
Well,
one.
you don't even know these people. This is
Well, I mean, obviously, I know the guy that I get them from. I see him every
Right.
week.
right. This is
Well,
more
yeah.
a exercise in
So you know, so like the first two rolls that I scanned earlier, I showed him last week, and I said, "Look, I got two rolls, and you know, we can just kind of have fun looking at them." The guy's legally blind, so how much can he see?
Hey, hey.
No, only kid. Actually, he sees better than you, Mars.
Oh yeah. That's definitely. I mean, I used to see somewhat decently. Now it's like no, because I used to edit stuff in Photoshop and GIMP all the time, pixel. I mean, I used to have that decent of vision. So
Right.
now it's just like screw that.
Yeah. Well, you can actually correct the one eye with cataract surgery, right?
They
Yes,
don't.
they
No,
will
nobody in
do
the
it.
country wants to do it, but you technically could.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a shame.
so
Yeah.
you could
So he has macular
potentially-
degeneration, so
Yeah.
his vision ain't going to get any better.
In fact, it'd probably get a little worse later on, but you know, hopefully, as he keeps
He
his
can
eyes.
see enough to,
Yeah.
you know, get around and stuff like this.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need help.
Yeah.
You know, at this point, he walks with a walker anyway. So, like, I give him a ride. We take the walker to the back of the car. I throw that in the back. There's a cane that's attached. He takes the cane and walks up to the passenger side of the car. So
Okay.
he gets right. He can open the door himself.
Oh yeah. I
You
can
know,
do
so
that.
he's
Hey, you know what? I can get at least 3 different types of Tesla doors. You know what? That is better than most people that can completely see can do. Have you,
You know,
seen
I've-
the 3
I've
different types of
never-
Tesla doors? The
Yeah.
kind where you, yeah.
There's the straight one, which
There's
one
straight-
guy says, "Oh, that's for the high-end cars," which I
Oh.
don't know if that's true or not. And there's the
Huh.
one with the little psh on it. What's the third one?
Well, okay. There's the one for the S, and that one those pop out when you get near them. So there's no actual button; they just pop out. You know, when you get
Oh, it
near with your
automatically
keychain.
pops out.
You got those. Okay. The one for the 3 has a button underneath it. And you pull it out when you push the button. You actually pull it out.
Oh, so that's that little dip in it.
Yeah, and you actually pull the thing outward. Okay.
Okay.
No, actually, it's flat. It's actually completely flat. But you have to push
But
in
I
one
mean,
end and pull it out. Yeah.
but it's flush against the door.
Yep.
But so you got the straight part, and then it goes downward.
Yeah. Actually, outward. It doesn't go down. It goes outward. Okay.
Oh.
And then there's
Well,
there's the most confusing one. My niece has a Tesla X, and those are the Gullwing doors. So you get in the back, you have to figure out how to get those things open,
Right.
and those go upward. Those are kind of
Right,
cool.
right.
Those are really neat doors, but.
Yeah.
You know. And then my sister has got a new car. She got a BMW one, a BMW SUV one, and that one's easy. You just push a button underneath the thing and it just pops open.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Apparently, there's a country that is banning.
A lot of people
flat-
are actually. A lot of those people are there. There's a big thing. Actually, it's hitting the U.S. too. The doors that just have the that don't have a physical thing to open them up or close them. They're banning those because they're very dangerous. You can't get
Because you can't get out of it.
Yeah, you can't get out of it.
Right.
Um,
Actually, the banning was going to be on flush van handles.
Yeah.
Like, what's the reason for that? Because you don't like the styling. And I
I
don't
think it's
remember
emergency
what
use,
country
I
was
think.
doing that.
I carry a glass
Well,
breaker.
the article didn't say that
Yeah.
though. The article.
I have a
just
glass
said they're banning
breaker on
it.
my keychain, so I can get out of any door. Just to let you know.
Exactly.
Yeah. So I'm like, that's nice. Guess what? If I'm stuck in your car, yeah, I'm breaking your glass. I don't care what you say. I'm
Absolutely.
getting out. You fend for
Absolutely.
yourself. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't want to die in your car.
No,
No
no,
one wants to do
no.
that.
Especially if it's on fire.
Especially if it's a battery that's on fire underneath your butt.
Well,
Right,
actually-
exactly.
Now, I've heard stories about modern cars that have to have an emergency release somewhere if you lock yourself inside the car. And there's been a situation where someone dies in the car locked in there, can't.
But they don't know
figure
how
out
to get out. That's the thing.
Right,
And
because they
yeah.
don't
Right.
know how to, and they
Right.
can't find the instruction manual, and so like if you have a car that's like that, you should make sure you're aware of that.
No, I have a glass breaker, so I don't care about their emergency release.
Right.
So
Yeah,
they'll have to. They'll be like, "You broke my car. Your car's on fire.
your
so
car tried to kill me.
your car tried to kill me. So you know what? I escaped."
You know, if the car's on fire, the smallest problem is going to be that the glass is broken.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah,
Because
Or what you do is you tell your friend, either you show me where the emergency
Oh, I know how to get out of it.
car emergency, or I use this and hold the.
the glass
the
breaker.
glass breaker
No,
in
I know
front.
how to get out of it. I know how to get it. Am I gonna have to fit? Do I want to fiddle with actually putting the thing down the side of the door and pulling it out, or do I want to sit there and just break the glass and jump out?
Now, do you jump out face first or feet first?
Yes.
whatever.
Because
figure that out when it happens.
we just say if that battery's on fire, you get your a hole out of there, because otherwise you don't want to be crispy critters. I'm just
and
saying.
your B hole
Exactly.
and your C hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So,
No, that's cool. You guys are. I have a real film scanner. It's like this little thing that you say you push the button and it does actual, like, normal the film that you can put it normal the normal size things that have been developed. You can scan it that way, or you push a little button and a thing like zips up, and then you put your negatives in it. And then it's kind of a neat little. It's kind of a neat little.
Yeah,
thing.
this other one that I started
Yeah.
using because it's easy, it's faster,
Mhm.
it actually works better. Is this Wolverine model number
I'll have to see which version I got.
F2D Titan? Titan.
I just know.
What's cool is 35 millimeter. You know, it's got frames for 35 millimeter.
Yeah.
110 film, 8 millimeter film, and also a separate one for 35 millimeter slides.
Yeah, this one. This is slides too. It sucks it in and sucks it back out.
Oh, this you manually just push the thing
Yeah.
in.
I don't know. I remember when I put in the order for it. It was $500 at the time. We got it. We got it at college, and we used it for. I used it 5 or 6 times to get all the slides off that my boss had, and then it sat in a drawer for many years, and I just took it home. I said, "I take this home,"
Right.
and I just never made it back. Because what they don't know that they had, they
That's
went
right.
home with me. I could have taken. The thing is that since I did a lot of purchasing orders and stuff, I could have taken their freaking laser printer home. They wouldn't even known.
Right.
Yeah, because I did the processing for that stuff. So didn't do it. 'Cause what am I gonna do with it? But
Right. Sure.
Right. But anyways, I had a bit of a situation. So now that I'm buying more film, shooting more film, I realize I'm starting to run low on my little 3-inch reels to spool them onto after I process them, and so I it's getting harder to find a good source.
Now
of
are they
this.
specific to Super 8 or either 8 millimeter or?
I'm glad you asked that question because that is absolutely where this story is going. So I used to be able to get them from Amazon, but I couldn't find them on Amazon anymore. So I went on to eBay, and it was there were some options that were getting to more like it's getting harder to find them for $2 each or under $2 each. But I found a lot. That
yeah, I was
was
gonna say you need to look for lots. That's what you really need to find.
right. That's what I
Yeah.
need to look for. And so what I found was I thought it was a lot that was described as a lot of 33 vintage Kodak Super 8 millimeter film reels, 50-foot gray plastic, one developed. So it was 32 empty reels, one reel that actually had a movie on it, which, like,
Ooh.
I don't care. I could watch it, toss it, whatever.
Yeah, you should watch it. Mr. Coffee, you just watch it. That was
And-
fun.
So you want with 3 inches? You said.
Yeah. That holds 50 feet. I did find some. I did order some. They're on their way here, so you don't have to shop for me. But if you do find a really good deal, I did find someone that's selling them in lots of 10 on eBay that offered me a discount. And then I said, well, I want to buy 30 of them, not just 10. And he said, just order 30 at the full price, and I'll credit you the difference that
Yeah, there you
with
go.
the offered price. But
Yeah.
before that happened, I found this lot of 33 for $20.
Oh, that's
So
a
that
good
comes-
deal.
That's what I thought. And so the box arrived while I was gone. So I come back, I open up the box, and I look at the one that has movie on it, and I pull it out, and the sprocket holes are big. And I'm like, oh shit, this is regular 8. And sure enough, and regular 8 reels have a smaller hole in them than Super 8 reels have. I don't know why, but they do. And it's probably just a way to make it harder to thread the wrong thing up onto the wrong projector. But I do know that many projectors do both, and they come with adapters that you slide over the regular 8 side spot that make it take the Super 8 reels, and then you have a switch on the projector that'll switch it over to accept Super 8 rather than regular 8. But my primary projector is only Super 8. It's not going to take those reels. So I have 32 reels that I can't use
Are
on
you gonna sell them on eBay?
well, I'm just going to, for $20, I'll keep them. If I need to use them at some point, they'll work with my scanner, because my scanner will accept regular 8 and Super 8. So I could spool movies onto them and scan them in from my scanner.
Are you gonna scan the movie that's been shot and then see what you got?
Well, I scan all my movies.
No,
But
I
I
mean
also-
the one you said there was 33 and one was used.
That one I'll probably scan that in
Because
because
it could be interesting. It could be kind of fun.
my regular 8 projector isn't working all that great these days. Well, the old family projector does both Super 8, regular 8, but the last time I tried to use it, it was having some struggles. So I need, and also its bulb isn't as bright as the bulb on my main projector. Maybe if I get a new bulb for it, it'll work better. I'll have to look into that one of these days.
That's gonna be fun to find, isn't it?
Oh, you can find those. People still do this stuff.
Are they?
not
Can you
cheap.
get LED bulbs replacement so they don't get so freaking hot?
I don't know if they make LED versions that go into the connectors of the old bulbs. That would make sense. Dune Rating it could have Bao Chica.
Yeah, it might.
What?
It could be a naughty film.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, I thought Brian. I thought Brian was finishing it. You said Bao Chica, and Brian went wah wah. I was like, oh, Brian's just finishing it.
Brian's right there.
Yeah.
He knows what we're talking about, clearly.
accidentally.
Hey, Brian, and you just nod and say, yeah, I'll take it.
And we all, every now and then, stumble into a little bit of accidental porn, don't we?
D-
Click
do
on
we?
the wrong
Right.
thing.
I don't.
No, it's all intentional porn.
No, I don't do that either.
Uh,
Why do that? You don't need to.
oh, come on. I've seen your Catgirl collection.
Yeah, there's no porn in that.
Whoa.
There's no porn in that. Come on.
It's art.
The art magazine, the art book. I bet I lent to 10. That was purely clean. I'm sure.
It was very tastefully done.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah.
Yeah, I liked looking at the pretty pictures too.
Right.
Yeah. There are a
Momo.
couple in that book. I'm going to tell you. But
Momo, come here, Momo. Momo just meowed at me.
what's Momo one?
It's nothing like
Not
going
time
away for a
yet.
long weekend to get a cat to kind of like want
Aw,
your attention
Momo's
more
like,
often.
Yeah, Momo's like, I
Momo.
missed you. Where
Well,
you
Momo wants her
been?
treats. She's usually gets
Oh,
her
she
treats.
wants it early.
She usually gets her treats between 8 and 9, except on Monday when I, yammer her away until 10 and make her wait. So
Aw.
she's.
Why don't you have the treats with you?
Because that would probably throw off Shaniko and her blind sniffing around for them.
Oh,
It
I
works
see.
better to throw them on the hard floor in the kitchen where she can hear them.
Yeah. Hear them go tap 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 tap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't work out good here.
Yeah.
Doing ready to get, as long as I don't hear any of that mostly harmless BS. Well, we sometimes say that about my aunt. She's mostly harmless.
Right.
Wow.
I don't know. Hey, no harm's come to me yet from any of the people I've said are mostly harmless. And maybe yet's
Right.
the key word, and maybe I'll change my mind about that at some point in time.
Right.
For now, they're mostly harmless.
And we'll hear about it.
And we'll hear about it here first.
Yes. Like, you know what my aunt did?
Either-
Uh-oh.
Either that we don't hear from you again.
Or I'll be broadcasting, leeching off Wi-Fi like venison in a van down by the river.
One day a stream starts and we just see the Chucky doll in view.
Well, I still have my Chucky doll that Dune bought me
There you go.
Right.
in a van down by the river. Yeah, there's that. Whatever.
By the way, have you seen the series Good Omens?
I have not watched
No.
that series, no.
It's pretty funny. You have an angel and a demon that are friends, and they hear about something that's going to go on. Like the first season is they decide they want to prevent Armageddon.
Okay.
Where hell wants Armageddon to go off, heaven wants, and they're in the middle. Like, we don't want that. We don't want that, and we like it here on Earth.
Kind
We
of
don't want
like
it
this
to
thing we
end.
got going here. It's
So
kinda-
they go to
comfortable.
sabotage it.
ah.
It's just got a lot of funny little deals.
Where's
You know.
Where's it streaming at, Brian?
It's Amazon Prime.
Oh, is it Prime? Okay.
But so the first season about Armageddon, the second season we just started, and it starts off with the angel Gabriel shows up at this bookshop that the earthly angel is running, and he's buck naked.
Oh.
Okay.
Well, there you
He
go.
shows up with this delivery, this box that's in front of him, so you can't see the naughty bits. There's a
Okay.
couple of butt shots, but that's it's just humorous.
But
and he
butts
doesn't
are
know
funny.
who he is, so the angel and the demon have to figure out, okay, what are we going to do with this? We're not going to tell heaven or hell.
Right.
We're going to take care of them.
There you go.
That makes sense.
And there's a number of places where the angel character does something bad. It's like, oh, I shouldn't have done that. That's not my thing. And he says, oh yeah, you're good. The devil says, and then the demon does something good. Is he? The angel gives him a compliment. It's like, oh no, I'm not supposed to be doing that. And they kind of pretend like they're not really friends, but you could tell that they are.
They're not friends, but they respect each other.
Right.
Interesting. So anyways, today was an interesting day back at work. It was no problems in the Paul Revere conference room this week.
Oh, wee.
But I do have a meeting scheduled in the Paul Revere conference room tomorrow. So that'll
Nice.
be interesting. We'll
That'll be
see.
fun.
Yeah. But no, what's happening is a few interesting things happening. So I get into the office this morning, and I always go in early, so I'm in before everyone else. So that gives me a chance to get a little coffee, read a little email before people start knocking on the door looking for me. And going through the emails, rejecting all the people's out of office notifications because, like, I don't care if you're out of the office. I don't
So
need
if
to know
someone
that.
knocks on the door early,
Yeah.
do you respond, Johnny's not here?
No, I sigh. I get up. I walk to the door. As I approach the door, I throw off my sour expression and put on a smile. And I open up the door and go, "Can I help you?"
It's
And,
early. What do you need? It's early.
well, other
I
people
still have my
work early
coffee.
too.
My
It's
coffee's
just,
only 3/4 gone.
it's
What's
just
going
I'm
on?
less likely to get a knock early. So usually I could get through my coffee, my iced coffee, before the ice melts.
Oh.
But
So when I was working at Radio Shack, this is in the early '80s,
Oh, when Radio Shack was good.
and so on Sunday the hours were 8 I mean, sorry, started open at noon, and be open until 5.
right.
So me and this other guy would show up, 10 minutes earlier or so, and we sit in the car watching the front door. And if someone showed up knocking on the door, we just kind of sat there and laughed.
Dune writes in, "You have a closed, locked office door." I describe it more as a storage closet than an office. So
No windows.
mind you, I have a desk in a cubicle because I am technically a hybrid employee, so I have an assigned desk. But I've loaned it out to someone else, and I didn't even charge him anything for that because he's been a cool buddy to me.
Yeah.
For the record, I don't think I have never been in the office without pants.
Wow. Sounds like something
So-
you do on your last day at work there one day, huh?
So
When you're
Mars,
retiring, it's like, guess what? No pants today.
No pants.
Mars.
It's the pantsless Friday.
So
Sorry,
Mars,
guys.
yes, he's
I'm
always
not
in the
walking
office.
out of here on my own my last day. I'm being escorted out today.
Yeah, pretty much. I already got my box ready. Let's go.
Mars.
What?
Yeah, so he's always got pants with him, but is he actually wearing them?
Yes. Just don't ask where I'm wearing them.
On your head.
See,
That's bizarre.
But
my
no.
door's shut and locked.
So-
I'm not there.
So here's the deal. I have a desk, and usually when the first year I worked there, I primarily sat at my desk when I didn't need to be in the lab. But there's a lab. The lab is a large storage area that also has tables and counters and monitors set up. That's where we can set up the laptops. That's where we can set up and test equipment. And that's where we store equipment. And it also, no, I cannot set the stuff up at my desk because the network has exceptions in the lab that the outside network connections don't have. So, for example, the first time someone logs onto the network, they have to do it in the lab because the lab has a connection to AD that will accept the password, whereas out in the office floor, you can't reach AD without a VPN connection because
What
the
about
VPN
a very
acts as our
long
web filter.
Ethernet cable?
What's that?
What about a very long Ethernet cable?
I suppose that could work, but that would make a trip hazard if I ran that permanently to my cube. So it's
Run it in above the ceiling.
so at this point, that's such a dumb idea. I'm not even going to respond to it. But stop dangling down from whatever.
Yeah,
That's-
you
we
make fun
don't
of that.
need it.
Gators. The problem is you make fun of that, but you know how many podunk labs and places I've been where cables have just like come from the ceiling in the corner from the drop ceiling.
We are.
It is. You guys are at least more professional, but it is so jank. So the buildings I've been in at my
We
job.
are short on desks that there has been talk about possibly just moving us permanently into the lab.
Yeah,
but they haven't decided to do that because the person that is responsible for assigning desks like us because we help him out. So he thinks he's helping us out by allowing us to keep our assigned desks, even though me and my coworker both loan them out to two other people on the sysadmin team. Because we
It is
have
nice
a
to have a closed
work
door.
friends.
Honestly, I will tell you that.
So yeah, I work in the lab.
Is it
Most of my
convenient
work,
to be talking to people on the phone while you're in the lab?
well, most of my work comes through tickets or knocks on the door.
But eventually, do you call these people up, or they call you?
I do sometimes have to call people from the lab, and it is more convenient to call people from home than from the lab because But usually my headset is adequate, and if me or my coworker are making a call in the lab, we could do it. The only
So you
time
text back to the guy and say, "I got to go home so I can talk to you."
the only time it gets awkward is if both of us need to join a group call that we're both on from the lab. And usually what we do for that is we use speakers and we use the webcam microphone and just mute the microphone unless one of us needs to talk. Because if we both put headsets on, then we're like hearing each other and speech jammering each other. But yeah, no, it works fine.
So,
It works
Gage,
fine.
my favorite is when I get a call from somebody, and they're on speaker, right? But they're a really bad speakerphone, right? And then
Right.
all of a sudden I hear, "Hello, hello, can you hear me? Hello?" And with all this other stuff happening at the same time, you're like, "No, I can't hear you. Get near a phone. Get near a headset or something."
Oh,
It's
that
so
sucks.
funny. It is so funny.
But anyways, the point is that much of my about at least half of my work is most conveniently done in the lab, and rather than just move back and forth between the lab and my desk, I just reach a point where it's like I'm just going to go in the lab and work in the lab, and everyone knows where the lab is, and everyone at work has a hand that is capable of knocking the door. Now, I could put a buzzer in if we get someone in that is not capable of knocking the door. You know, we could. The point is yeah, I work behind a locked door, and people can knock on it. And I have tried to ignore. There are times when I'm on an important call, and I'm like, person behind the knocked door can wait their turn. I'm paying attention to this person right now. And then they keep knocking. And it's like, what part of I want you to think the room is empty are you not getting?
I'm so keep knocking.
So you need
See,
a sign
I-
on the door that says "There's nobody here."
And that's when they get an annoyed looking face. I go, I'm on a call right now. Oh, sorry, but I
Yeah.
need I'm like, okay, put in a ticket. I'll
See,
get
most
to it
people
as soon
go-
as I can, because most of these things could have been a ticket. I mean, there are the knocks that come in that's like, we're presenting, the equipment's not working.
Oh, here's
or
the perfect
I'm
sign for
locked
your
out.
door.
What's that?
Here's the perfect sign for your door. Write a ticket.
Write a ticket. Yeah, that's. Well, we used to have at my last job a walk-up service desk that had a computer terminal right there that you could submit a ticket. So that way, if we needed to step away from the desk, or if you were second or third in line, you could just go up to the computer terminal and open the ticket right there and walk away. But we don't have a walk-up window at our office. I've suggested maybe putting like a little window that would open up in that locked door, like a counter that would come down, so that we could make it more like a
Oh, like
walk-up
a Dutch
window.
door.
Yeah, well, like a desk that comes down, a table that comes down. So that
Oh,
way,
I see.
because yes, I'm behind a locked door, but I'm not trying to shun people away. And I open the door when they knock on it unless I'm on an important call. So I'm absolutely in favor of having a counter that opens up from that door and having it be a walk-up window people could just walk up to that I could easily wheel over to and help them rather than knocking. But that would require...
Or have a door set up just like the prison in the Blues Brothers, and you stand behind this line.
Yeah.
Do you do you remember the David Aitchison Square at Tharco?
No.
When
He was-
David A would come in, we would have him go to this square. It was right in front of where
And
the
he was
cubicle
the
that Nick was at.
GM of that building.
Yeah.
How do you get away with putting a rule like that on him?
No, it was
was
all
a joke.
all for joking, and he knew
Yeah.
it.
It was because he was
Oh, go
barely
to your
there.
square.
He was barely there when I was there.
Yeah.
He retired shortly after I. Although he wasn't of retirement age, so he moved on. What did he?
Yeah, he moved on. Well, I think most of them went into real estate.
He was the last one of the family that founded the company to work there, and at that point,
No,
the
David
family-
wasn't a founder. No, he's the son of the founder.
right, but
Or
of the
co-founder.
family. He was the last one of the family that founded it
Right.
that worked.
And you kind of wonder, why did they sell the business? Why didn't they have the next generation take over?
Right. They sold to a flipper. What do they
Venture
call that?
capitalist.
Venture capitalist.
Yeah.
Who sold to the next one?
Which I think Marvin, if Marvin's to be trusted, as far as venture capitalists go, that group treated us pretty okay. It's
The
just
first one or the second one?
there was only one when I was there, and then
Okay. So you got the second one,
and then they sold us to Boise.
right?
But,
right.
but
So that's the second. The first one, depending on who you were, they were assholes. But the flip side, though, is that those of us on the SAP project got bonuses.
Oh, that's
The
cool.
next group, we didn't get any bonuses. That was done.
That sucks.
But in both cases, the Tharco purchase was highly leveraged, which means most of the money came from a bank. And if a bank didn't like your sales numbers, they could take over.
Hmm.
And there were sometimes we were damn close.
Well, I know I came on there during the the recession, and
Yeah.
for me it was a bit of a nail biter to be the last hire to come on before you start seeing layoffs every Friday.
Right.
Every Friday there were more people leaving with a box.
And that's the thing about venture capitalists; they follow the Wall Street rules.
Right.
If you don't have the profits, you can't have the people.
Right, and so every Friday there was another few
We're
people.
we're a privately held company. They would keep the profits, the people on, even though they're not getting any money in their pocket.
And we saw the company recover, but we never
Yes.
saw the headcount fully recover. They reconfigured
Exactly.
the desks in the customer service area because they never had customer service staffed to the level that it was
Right.
staffed at when I started there.
Right.
And that's something that's like it's not like that work just evaporated or disappeared, but they just
Exactly.
learned how far they could stretch people, and they continue. They brought a
Right.
few new people on, but they never brought it back to where it was.
Right.
But yeah,
Well, it
that
was a different mindset. Right.
Yeah, well, it was, it's corporate America, but what I remember is that they started introducing furlough days, and but they allowed people to use vacation time, and
Right.
most people were because Tharco didn't have a policy about rolling over. You could roll over as much as you want. I think the head of the design department could have continued collecting a paycheck for a few years without ever coming back.
Exactly.
I mean, as it was, at some point, they made him take his vacation time, and then people kept asking him why he was in the office while he was on vacation using his
Right.
vacation time.
Like, because I'm not doing anything. I'm on vacation.
But I also
When I
think
was when I was in Houston, there was a hardworking guy, really handed to the guy.
yeah,
One day he was leaving the office at about 3 p.m. And you're leaving early? Half day today. Let's see. Yeah, how does this work? You got here at
wait a
8.
minute.
Just
Half
put
day.
in one more hour and you got a
You
full
work,
day.
work from 8 a.m. to 8 p.m., half a day,
Right.
12
And
hours.
what was also funny there is that, like at Tharco, I would show up at 9 a.m., right?
Right.
Most people got there at about 8 or earlier.
I
right?
got there at 7.
But I also worked later, right?
Right.
The company president was walking around to see who was left late in the day. This is like 6 p.m. I was still there. Just, working hard, working late. Yeah, you bet. Got to get the job done, right?
Right.
But I was lying. I was totally lying.
You were working
Hey,
the
I
same
was
hours
coming
as
up to my
everyone else.
I was coming up to my 7th hour
Yeah. Yeah.
or 8th hour, whatever.
But so today I'm drinking my coffee, checking my emails, and the CIO puts in a last-minute huddle this morning. And I'm like, that's usually not good news when
Hang on a second.
Okay.
Okay.
I've been spending like 10 minutes trying to actually get to the story I started.
You gotta
And
hold
just
on,
when
dude.
I do,
Ga-
he's
Gators-
like, hang on!
It's like, please hold.
That's great. That's great. We finally led you into this story. Let me just walk away.
Yeah, Brian's huddling with the potty right now, probably.
He's like, speaking of huddling, I need
Just
to
a
go
second, I had to
huddle.
huddle. Just a
The
second.
can is what I need to do. I need
You
to
know,
do
if he
more of a
just did-
squatting
if he-
huddle.
If he just had like a porta potty or something.
Or a diaper.
Gatorade bottle?
A bucket? Le bucket for monsieur?
You just want a freaking piss bucket.
Oh, Momo heard me stand up and walk. I faked her out. I didn't mean to do that.
Oh, she was
Momo.
ready to go for food, wasn't she? She's like, food? Let's
She's
go.
like, oh my God, it's time. It's happening. Come on, Momo. Come on, Momo.
Oh, poor Momo.
The people want to see you, Momo. Come on. Come on up, Momo.
It's like, no, there's a keyboard over there. You're talking.
Yeah. Rip up the carpet. But come on up here. Come on. Come on.
Oh, Momo.
Oh, no, Momo
It
is
was
like, no.
Are you kidding? You want me to do something?
No, you follow me.
You follow me at my
You don't have
time.
treats in your pants. You have treats downstairs on the shelf.
I mean, depends on who you're talking to, right? I don't know. I used
right.
to keep dog treats in my pants, and I'd hang out with the dog.
You know what?
over there.
This is fitting because the huddle was such that it was about one specific announcement, and every time the CIO made the announcement, more people walked in late. She had to make this same announcement like 6 or 7 fucking times.
You know what?
And I
You do what my boss used to do with tests.
Yeah.
Okay, you're not here. 2 minutes after class, we lock the door, and you don't get to take your test. Too bad.
These
You're
doors
done.
don't have locks on them though, so we couldn't block.
You can fix that.
But anyway, so I'm the last time the CIO did this, where she called a meeting the same morning that the meeting is with no prep or whatever. Let's just like 2 hours from now we're meeting. I have an announcement. That was when she was telling us we're going from requiring you to be in the office twice a month to requiring you to be in the office once a week. So I'm like, oh, this can't be good.
oh, Gator's spin every day. Sorry.
There's never an emergency meeting we have to have right now to let you know we're giving you all big fat bonuses. That's not how this works.
Was that what it was? Is everybody's getting a big fat bonus?
I wish, but
Oh.
that is not the. So the time comes and I get to the meeting, and the CIO sits us all down. Like, is everyone here now? And it's like, all right, well, I'll give it another minute. She gave it another minute. She goes, well, I have wonderful news. I will be retiring.
oh.
And then she's talking about grandkids, mother, and then
That's
2 or 3 more.
exciting, though. That's exciting for her.
And then 2 or 3 more people come in. It's like, oh, they don't know. You have to tell them again. I have wonderful news. I'll be retired. Of course, the first reaction was a bunch of shocked faces and people going, oh, that's not wonderful news for us.
No, you know what? She goes, guess what? You're
Well, that
late. You have
depends.
that. Oh, go ahead, Brian. What happened?
That depends. Could be
No, that's not
wonderful news.
wonderful
It could
news
be
for
crappy
us.
news.
No, she has been a great CIO to us.
Sure.
Very supportive. Really, looking
Yeah,
out for
because
us.
the next person
So-
is a total unknown.
Right,
Would even
right.
be better.
It
We're going to hand out bonuses.
she's taught us, treated us very well, been very supportive of us. She
Sure.
will be missed.
Yeah.
But
Sorry
but
about
like I said, about 7 times you had to make this announcement because
I
more
would have said
stragglers
after the
came
third
in.
time, guess what? Go ask your colleagues. I'm done. Yeah. I'm sorry. You're late. You're late.
And
Don't.
and you're
I'm
fired.
sorry.
And you're fired.
You're fired.
Good day, sir.
So she'll be retiring in January. She's giving us the heads up and getting ready
Okay.
to wind things
Okay.
down. So that was
No, that's neat. She gets to hang out with her family and her grandkids and stuff. You go, girl. You go.
So here's the other thing I found out today.
No clue on who the replacement would be.
No, they're just. She just. I mean, in fact, she was telling us before she was telling other people in other departments. So we were kind of first to know. So this process is just starting.
So she'll have to say 8 more times for each department?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. She'll have
Oh,
to.
poor thing.
She'll have to submit her resignation 8 times.
She should just send out an email to everybody else.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, she's actually got to go to the senior management team and tender her resignation.
Yeah.
She's probably doing right after.
Well, retirement plan.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. So that was interesting thing number 1. Dune writes in, typical upper management. Call everyone together for something an email can do. You know what? we're a type of company. She's a type of CIO for us that this was nicer to be done in person. I mean, because she
Sure.
is so supportive, so well liked. That I don't think anyone was. There are plenty of meetings we have all been in at this company that we would gripe could have been an email. This was not one. I don't think one person walked away from this going, well, this could have been an email. I mean, you're not wrong. It could have been an email, but
Well, I'm saying to the other people,
That's-
she's done her thing.
I
People are
think-
going to be hearing already, so
Yeah.
you don't need to really repeat
well,
it.
for the IT department, for
Right.
the people that the department she oversees, she wanted to tell us first, tell us personally in person,
Sure.
and then go.
No, that's good.
and do the official things. So that was a very nice gesture on her part. Actually,
Good.
is what it was. So here's another thing. So, back in March, a position opened up on the security team, and I'm always looking for a way to move up in the world.
Are you be a bouncer?
Not that kind of security.
Oh, I thought you guys sit there and I thought you were gonna like
Bouncer.
escort people out of their building
Well,
out
the
of the building
guys-
without wearing pants.
The
or
guys are
something.
going to get chewed up and spit out by AI in the next coming years.
Oh, okay.
Those
okay.
people.
Oh, okay.
Who knows? It might be a mistake to pursue that, but I am looking for ways and things I could pursue to try to get the fuck out of service desk already. And so in March, there was a opening for a security engineer, and I applied for it mainly to express my interest and get my hat in
Yeah,
the ring.
yeah. I mean,
And-
you might as well when you're in a job for long enough, you sit there and go, well, what can I do that might be a little different to add a little extra to my
Yeah.
to my repertoire, to my not being sit on my butt all day and being whatever.
Right. And I've had opportunities to work with the CISO and look good to the CISO with our role because secure service desk needs to interact with security multiple times in multiple ways. So we know each other, we know of each other, and I've had opportunities to show that I do good work that he is able to observe. So this gave me a chance to kind of say, hey, I'm interested in your team. Even though, but the thing was, the opening in March was for a senior security engineer.
Oh.
Now I have, plenty of years of IT experience, but I don't really have experience in modern security engineering. So they need someone that's senior. I need to be trained up. I would be junior. I would have to start out as
They-
junior.
Did they
with that.
list they give you a list of requirements?
Well,
Say
there's
what
a-
classes to take or anything like that?
Well, I'll get to that. So after I applied, the CISO did not interview me. I just did the initial interview with HR, and then they said, well, we've moved on to candidates with more experience, but we are going to schedule some time for you to talk with the CISO about what you could do to continue pursuing your interest. And so he kind of talked to me about my background some, get to know more, because he's relatively new at the company. So even though he's worked with me, he doesn't know much of my background. So we had a nice chat. He kind of laid out kind of a career goal that one would follow in security and the options. And, here, fill this thing out, kind of set your goals, and try HackMe as a good site to do different labs and trainings.
Oh
with,
yeah,
so you can pursue
Hackney's
things
kind of
there.
neat.
Yeah, so now I did a bunch of the free stuff on TryHackMe, but you can only get like the few first basic things before they make you pay for a membership. So
Well,
then
yeah, of course.
So I went back to my boss, because my boss is always to talk, and the CIO is always looking for ways to encourage people to pursue education and training opportunities, because that makes her department look good that she's providing this. And so many people, it's so busy, we never get around to it. So finally I'm like, I want to do this training, will you pay for it? And so they bought me a year subscription to TryHackMe to continue
Nice.
pursuing the trainings. So I've been doing those things with free time here and there in between other work and while drinking my coffee. But the thing is that they recently let go another security person, but it was another senior security engineer. In fact, this senior security engineer had seniority over the last guy that moved on.
Oh.
And so I didn't even look at the listing because it's only been a few months. I've only started training. Nothing has changed since the last time I applied, and it's still not a junior position. So I didn't put in for it. But today, my coworker said, "Hey, did you see the listing for the security engineer? They're looking for a junior." And I'm like, "They're looking for a junior?" And I don't like to gossip about people that were let go.
Yeah.
But yes. And that is a story.
Yeah.
One I'm not
Okay.
going to tell.
Okay. Yeah, pretty much.
Maybe I'll tell you off air.
Yeah, there you go.
There's a good story there. But anyways, even though the guy that they let go was senior, I guess they feel that the senior guy they brought on for the last senior one is good enough that they have room to bring on a junior this time around.
Oh, there you go.
So here, this listing's been out there for a few weeks, and I'm now just realizing that it's actually a junior. So I went and I talked to the CISO today, and I said, "Hey, I saw the listing today's not for a senior security engineer. Not much has changed since the last time I applied, but I wanted to check with you. Is this one? Would you like me to apply for this, or do you feel I need more training before?" And he goes, "Oh yeah, I was wondering why you hadn't. I mean, heck, I was talking to the CIO. We were trying to figure out what's going on. We expected you to apply." And I'm like,
Oh, so here you go.
and I'm
People are
like,
wondering.
well, when you let so and so go, he was senior. I thought you were hiring for another senior, so I didn't even think to apply. He goes, "Oh no, you should get that in there. You should do that." I'm like, "I'm going to do that right now, unless someone stops me between here and my desk." And he laughed, and I laughed, and I took 2 steps. And who came up to me but Joan Marie, who had a question about some monitors. So I absolutely.
You're like, yes, widescreen everywhere.
Oh, sorry, I got an emergency call.
I have an emergency. My future's on the line.
Yeah,
Right.
pretty much. And now I won't have to deal with your monitors
So
anymore.
did you after that? Did you get to go out and get your name in that? Put your hat in the ring, as it were.
I did. Well, here's the thing, and I didn't remember what happened last time, but I have a feeling a similar thing happened last time. I went to the job listing, which is on the external-facing website. I tried to sign in. It asks me if it won't accept my internal password on the external-facing site.
Of course.
But it asks me if I've applied previously, which I have applied to the company previously. It asks if I've formerly worked for the company, and well, yes, formerly and currently. And so then it asks me for my first name, last name, and date of birth so it can find me in their system. And then it says currently employed applicants need to see their system administrator.
Oh.
And I'm like, so I go and I ask, like, "Oh, it won't let me apply." He's like, "Well, you need to talk to HR." So I go to HR and I ask them, and I'm like, "Oh, I thought I did this before, but I don't remember how I did it before." And they're like, "Well, when did you do that before? Was it before the switch over to the system?" I'm like, "No, it was after, because it was back for the last security." And she's like, "Oh yeah, that's right, but." And so she's like, "Well, don't do the don't do the I've previously applied. Just do this one and see if it'll let you upload your resume again and do it again from the start. And if that doesn't work, let me know. We'll figure it out." So, but she clued me in that it was tied to this system that I have internal access to, because it's the same system that I do the time card and vacation request through. So
that makes sense, honestly. Yeah.
And so I found in the internal portal there's a way that you can get to job listings and
Oh, that's
apply it
good.
internally through there. But before I even did that, she reached out to me and said, "Oh, I found your resume from March. Has anything changed on your resume since then?" I'm like, No, same resume. I haven't taken different jobs between March and now that I need to list. I've not made
and I
any
need
edits.
your list.
Yeah, I've not made any edits or revisions.
Yeah.
That'll be fine. Same resume. So that is why I have a meeting in the Paul Revere room tomorrow to
Yay!
interview
That'll
with the
be fun.
CISO for
Yeah.
a junior security engineer position. Of course, I see it as kind of a 50-50 thing. The last time this happened, I applied and my coworker applied, and we're equals as far as title goes, although I've been here a little longer, but we're both equals. I don't think he's applying this time. He kind of feels like that he doesn't have all the degrees and the certifications that they're asking for. But
Either that or he's comfortable where he's at the moment.
well, I think he's more interested in going to sysadmin than security. And to be honest, I am also more interested in going to sysadmin than security. But I want to go somewhere, and I don't want to leave the company I'm at because I'm at a nice, stable situation that's not going to get acquired and not going to change.
You like the train ride.
And I like the train. Well, heck, there are plenty of other companies in the same city that the train goes to.
Only kidding.
No, I like the stability of working for a company that is not at risk of closing or at risk of being acquired. It's a pretty stable situation. So after working for companies that get acquired by larger companies, that just totally throws my life into chaos. Leaving something that does not have that has a low risk of turning into chaos. But nothing's opening up on the sysadmin side. Now, I suppose I could try to transition from security to sysadmin if something does open up. I'm a little nervous about it. I don't know how I'm going to like security. I mean, it's still a tech field. It's tech stuff. And I like tech stuff, but I really like the stuff I do now. But I also really like the opportunity to make more money.
Is there a possibility that the security thing would get into AI?
Absolutely.
And is that important?
Absolutely.
AI is pretty much security is going to be completely up. In fact, AI might be a reason to not get into security right now because it is so chaotic how fast things are going to change.
Well, I mean, it's totally new, so yeah. I mean, I can see that point.
But the vulnerabilities and the risks that we have to counteract and fight against are going to be changing faster than we can keep up with. And the problem with being in security is that is the type of a job that if something goes wrong, it could have major consequences. And it's your fault for not catching it.
So job security.
If it goes south, you could always get a job with Columbia Music, right?
Yeah.
Well,
Can I get 10?
Actually,
10
I
CDs
think
for a
they've
penny?
just recently shut down.
Oh, Mr. But they
Missed
only
your
pay.
chance.
But they pay you in pennies.
And pennies don't exist anymore.
Okay,
What
I
are
have
you
a question.
supposed to tape to the form now? I'm not taping a nickel to that.
That's
I'm not
right.
doing that.
I have a problem. I have a jar full of pennies. What do I do with those?
Sign up while you still can.
I have like
Or hold them until much later because they're just going to get more and more valuable.
I have like $60 in pennies. I don't know what to do with them yet. So
I probably have 35.
yeah, I was thinking I get. Are Coinstar still a thing?
Yeah.
Okay, I have to go visit Coinstar.
You can change them. You can exchange the coins for Bitcoin. Even
I realize now
don't
there's
want
going
a Bitcoin.
to come a time.
although the fees for that are just really suck.
Yeah.
I realize now there's going to come a time in my life where when I tell my story about paying that DSL cable bill in pennies is going to require an explanation about what a penny is.
What a penny is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
And I went to the bank and I got $250 in pennies. They had these things called pennies back then. 5 pennies to a nickel.
There's a guy I worked with had to pay. I think it was a utility bill, gas or electric. I don't remember. And he paid in penny once for some reason. He was mad at them for some reason.
Hey! Speaking of electric bill, you guys guess what they're? Can you guess what they're building in my city? Can you guess?
Data center?
Yes.
Wicked.
Isn't that exciting? My electric bill is gonna go out the roof. I'm so excited. It's not funny. Oh my goodness, am I excited?
Really?
Yes.
Is your neighborhood working on fighting it?
It's on Nextdoor. People are sitting there saying, "What do we do?" But actually the reason they may be able to get by with this, or may not be able to get by with this, it's on the edge of a bird reserve. Right, Brian, you know where the reserve is, where all the swallows nest and stuff every year, in my area. You know the
Is that along
migratory.
the
You know the
shoreline?
migratory. You know migratory of the swallows.
This the shoreline, right?
Yeah, right over in
Yeah,
that
yeah,
area.
sure.
Yeah, not too far from me. Right? Yeah. The
Yeah.
thing is, they would have built it right on the edge of it. So the saving grace
Well, there's
is
a big. Is there
Yeah.
a big power plant? Oh, right. You can see
Yeah.
it as you're going down 92.
yeah. You can actually see the smoke coming from it. It's supposed to be clean burning,
Yeah.
but I don't think it is.
Yeah, whatever. They're
My
lying.
I have a friend that actually works there. He goes, "Yeah, you should hear the crap that happens in that place. We won't talk about this."
I take it
don't-
that's a natural gas plant.
No, it's clean burning coal.
Oh, clean coal.
Yeah,
That's
clean
an
coal.
oxymoron.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Well, it's cleaner
Um,
than dirty coal.
You know what? I
Oh, there's
don't
a
know who's
cat.
washing the coal before they put it in there, but
Yeah,
it's
they
a
get
job.
a little bit of soapy water, get it shining up nice.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
pretty much.
Shiny.
Pretty much.
I
But
forget
yeah,
you,
huh?
Johnny. You got an AI tool, right?
I do use AI.
And-
I have a love-hate thing with AI. I see the benefits of the tech.
But you bought into an AI system, right?
I paid $200 for a year of Claude Code. I'm trying it out for a year. We'll see how it goes. See if
Yeah.
at the end of the year if I feel I got my money's worth.
Were
or
you
not.
jealous that Dune got all the cool pictures and you had to get some too?
I'm not gonna pay money for cool pictures.
Oh, okay.
I can find. I take cool pictures,
I see.
but no, yeah, I want to do productive stuff with AI, but I do think it is disgusting when they upend residential areas, invading their area with
Yeah.
these energy sucking, noise creating. There's got to be a better way that we could build these away from society. At a better way that we could come up with.
Well, one of
energy.
the deals they keep talking about is water. Like, why would it take a lot more water?
I don't know
Or
the
cooling.
details of that.
Cool.
I mean, you're like, it's absurd. Like, hello. Don't
that
you
would-
just recycle the system and have your own cooling
Well,
capability?
But the thing is, though, for how much heat these things generate, it probably takes a large amount of time for the water to cool. But if you're still cycling through a loop, you probably would have tanks of water that's being reused.
That's what I'm saying.
And energy that cools that water. I don't. Now, Dune running in, I'm too tired for this conversation.
I understand,
unfortunately.
dude.
You know,
Look
I,
at-
I
Well,
I
it's in the
use
news all
AI.
the time. So
I
yeah,
like
I get it.
AI.
yeah.
I agree that I understand that the centers have to exist if you're
Yeah.
going to have the things it brings.
Yeah.
But I also think that communities should have a right to have a say in what's built next door to them, and not all of a sudden have a huge noisy factory come up next door that makes life miserable and destroys their property value, leaving them trapped. That should not be allowed to happen.
I think
and that
the pro-
does happen.
And
at
the
times.
thing is, why are they? I mean, there are data centers all over the place. You don't hear anything. Why
there-
would an AI data center be noisy?
I don't know, but there are I've heard reports of people complaining out of Texas that this thing, and they had the videos and the fans that are running. Some of them, and maybe
Sure.
it's cheaper to build them noisy. Maybe it costs more to build them to be silent. I like the idea of a future.
I mean, after all, Tharco, our offices were right next to the data center,
my
and that
hope,
wasn't noisy.
Well-
Obviously, if you're in the data center,
but
that is
that's
noisy.
but that's barely a blip on the map of what a large data center that generates the AI is. I mean,
I
these are
understand
huge
that.
buildings filled with massive equipment.
if you're in DC, and if you go along the highways that actually when you're in Virginia side, you go along the highways that follow around DC, you see all of these data centers.
Mhm.
Granted, you're on the highway, you're probably not going to hear them. And maybe they're there because they're near the Potomac and they can suck the water out of there.
Now,
I
my
don't know.
hope is that we do see progress in technology that allows these things to be scaled down, allow water consumption to be reduced, allow noise to be
Sure.
reduced. I mean, I love the vision of putting these things up in the vacuum of space with solar power. away
Sure.
from society. If they could make that happen, as long as we could do it in a way that doesn't, kind of. I mean, the thing is, though, is that we have problems with space garbage floating out in there that could create some kind of chain reaction of knocking out our satellites. So we got some space work that needs to be done to tidy up
I
our
just
shit
imagine
as it
this
is.
giant building flying around the Earth's orbit.
I mean, that's what they're talking about. I don't know how
Sure.
feasible that is,
Yeah, how
But-
practical is it? You'd have to
but-
set
I don't know.
things up
I
in
don't know.
modules,
but we
so you
also
don't have this
we have
monster
set up
spacecraft.
smaller scale things in
Yeah.
space. So I do
Well-
believe it is possible. I don't believe it's possible in 2 years from now.
Well,
But I do
mean,
believe it's possible.
Or you set up a data center on the moon that faces the Earth.
Oh, you mean next to Elon's rocket he left on the Earth on the moon?
Well, yeah.
Yeah. No, and the saving the thing that makes me upset is it's not that I have a data center. I don't care about the data center. Go for it, go for it. If it's in a rural area where no one's around and they don't hear and there's a power plant over that area where so it's industrial. So that's what my area is known for. It's industrial. That's fine. You know what? Don't mess with the natural environment. There's swallows. There's a whole swallow reserve. There's a bunch of other. It's a natural environment in that area. Keep as
Sure.
much around there as you can. We need some nature. I'm sorry, guys. We need a little nature around here.
Absolutely.
Don't
yeah.
do that. And honest,
Sure.
and like I said, and don't make my electricity go up anymore. Honestly, PG&E's already freaking doing
Yeah,
things to me.
charge those guys the high prices.
We need
Yeah.
to.
Yeah.
I mean, we could find ways to.
Oh,
Of course,
lower
you
I
could
think-
talk to your
prices.
Mars. You could talk to your HOA.
There's no
Okay,
incentive.
let's get some solar panels on our buildings.
Oh, they're not going to do that. There's already been talks about that. They're not doing it.
Why not?
I don't know. It costs too much.
But it
Cost
saves
too
in the
much.
long run.
But chances are, in 10 years, it'll pay for itself or less.
I don't know. Don't ask me. But it's already been through, and the people that said nope, we're not doing that. Okay, fine. I don't know
That's
what you can do.
Short-term thinking.
And that the sad part is California, we are nothing but sun, you guys, and we have how many
I mean,
flat roofs
California
around
is
this
one of the
resort?
most logical places to
Yeah.
put up solar panels. If you
Well,
get some
that in
south
Arizona,
facing-
that in Arizona,
and Arizona.
Sure.
Yeah.
yeah, Arizona, and that it's great because we have so many. And our roofs aren't stilted; they're flat. We have flat roofs
So
because
you
we don't
can
need to
angle
worry.
those to the south and get a full day's worth of peak power.
You just
So you know what cracks me up? So they complain that windmills make a lot of noise. Although I've been through down Highway 101.
Oh, what is that one where the
Near-
hills where all the freaking wind turbines are?
Well, Altamont Pass.
Yeah, that's such a neat. I remember going through that. I was like, this is such a neat. Now they turned a lot of those off, which is really sad. But
Well, those were ones that retire, and they've been gradually replacing with bigger ones.
are they? And
Yeah.
the thing is, they had so many different ones. They had the ones that look like windmills, and they had the sideways ones with the two blades that went around and around,
Right, like a
horizontal.
egg beater.
Those are
Yeah.
those were. It was just so neat to drive through that and look
Yeah.
around. Like,
well,
this is so
that
cool.
was early in that's early in wind power. Now down by Soledad, Soledad Prison has two windmills right next to it. Okay.
You know where you really
And
put that.
there's like 6 windmills along Highway 101.
So Brian,
Now,
you know where
down in south of Pismo Beach, there's a federal prison. They wanted to put windmills offshore there, but the prisoner complained that they didn't want the noise, so it didn't happen.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're in fucking prison. Well, that's right. That prison is kind of like a Club Fed.
What's it called, man?
Club Fed.
Club Fed. You know,
That's a
it-
minimum security prison where you do what you want.
it's kind of interesting. There are so many places around the Bay Area you can put wind. San Francisco, over by the bay in San Francisco, that area. You know how much wind they get? They
Sure.
can put them somewhere around there, or what is it? Alcatraz. You know how much wind Alcatraz gets?
Sure.
It's freaking. I was
I
like,
get quite a
dude,
bit. Yeah.
it gets a lot.
But
Last time I walked
actually-
up there, I was like, dude.
Actually, toward Antioch, you've got this valley, the river valley goes all the way up. Out by Antioch, you have a bunch of wind turbines.
Yeah. I mean, there's so much.
And it's in the middle of
Yeah.
it's in the middle of nowhere.
There's so
I mean, there
much
are people
natural electricity
Sure.
we could get in the
Sure.
in the California, not just Northern California, but Southern California too, and Mid California. There's so much stuff so much areas you can have that stuff, and they just won't do it because it costs money. It costs money to put it up. I'm not saying no.
Oh,
It
sure.
costs money to put it up, but will it help itself later on? I don't know. You know, I hopefully it creates money back. My college actually uses solar for a lot of areas, and it's about, I think, about 75 to 80% solar now, and that's great because
Sure.
because all the parking lots have solar voltaics on all the lights. They have solar on a bunch of the roofs. My campus is very green.
I mean, the thing about solar
Yeah.
is it's still a evolving technology.
Oh, it's
you know?
definitely evolving. And it's
I-
going to be evolving forever, but it's fine.
I put in my panels when I did because it was a logical time to do so because there were the government subsidies that I was eligible
Yeah,
for.
now you're not getting that.
Absolutely.
that
Yeah.
helped make it and it is still a loan I am paying down, but I'm paying that down instead of paying an electric bill, and it's a loan that stays at a steady
Exactly,
rate.
exactly.
So when the energy rates go up in this area, which they do, my bill stays the fucking same. Now I do
Exactly.
usually get a few months in winter that I have to pay some, but
Right.
that's not too bad. But the thing is I really love seeing what the 8-bit guy did, where he DIY'd it, bought solar panels, put them up himself, and so he actually has his box set that he goes off grid on the solar, whereas mine, I'm feeding the grid, so I'm generating credit when it spins the meter backwards. But if my power goes out, I'm out.
You're out. Right.
Well,
The idea is a future where not only do you have solar panels, but you have big battery packs in your basement, and you run off the battery, the excess that you generate, and you generate enough in the day to go overnight.
And that's what my sister does. She has a Tesla Powerwall for her stuff. So
Yeah.
in her garage. And so it's funny, the whole neighborhood has been completely black, no power at all. My sister's sitting there, they have like 4 TVs going on, all the lights on, everything else, and they don't know. They're like
Batteries
they're
are
like,
still
yeah,
quite expensive, and
yeah.
plus
Oh yeah,
they-
it wasn't cheap. It wasn't cheap.
and they don't
but-
last very long. So,
Yeah.
but eventually,
Yeah.
I think we are on a path to get somewhere where solar panels and batteries will be more affordable and a better way to go. And then we don't even need a grid. We just need, of course, that varies depending on how much sun
mean,
you get.
My brother-in-law finally said, dude, we're paying $500 a month for electricity. $500 for electricity in their house a month. And he's
Right.
like, I don't want to pay that anymore. So he fit for the solar panels. He got the Tesla Powerwall, and now he pays $35 a month.
That's great.
Right.
And I look at him and I'm like, that's gonna pay for itself really quick. He goes, yeah. Actually, and he gets Tesla out there about once a year to do their yearly checkups, or something goes on. They do their yearly checkups because it's under warranty, and they do their stuff, and they get up and go. When I was there watching the dog for a couple weeks, they had to come by and look at the boxes outside. I let them in. I go, you look at the boxes, and I walk out there and start talking to them. I'm like, well, what are you doing? They're like, oh yeah, we're replacing this box, and this box because it's their yearly annual visit, and environmentally just got to it. So they're just replacing it, and they were done in like 2 hours, and they're done.
So, anyways, I got a cat that keeps popping in and out. Like,
I understand,
Uh-oh.
You
Momo.
done yet?
I understand. I'm sorry, Momo. I'm
Show's
sorry.
over, buddy.
so I
Show's
think it's
over.
that time again to put to
Ooh.
bed another fun-filled edition of.
Insert title here.
But we do try to be educational here, and so hopefully we've all learned a little something here. So Brian, what have you learned this week?
Huddle.
Huddle. Okay. And Mars, what have you learned this week?
I learned you have a cool aunt.
I have a cool what?
Aunt.
I have lots of cool ants. And I learned that Dune is too tired to talk about data centers.
It's okay, Dune.
It
Have a
is
good
an
night's sleep.
exhausting topic.
Yeah, have a good night's sleep, Dune.
Well, it's in the news all the time, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I don't watch the news, so.
I mean, and it's an ever-changing.
Well, and Facebook got them. Nextdoor has them. You know, all this.
Oh,
kind of stuff.
I don't look at Facebook either.
Well, we didn't even talk about what is it? What is the ChatGPT people? The AI.
OpenAI.
OpenAI, how they're doing like a pause on because they have a model that's reached a potential danger that they're actually implementing their whole pause to review it.
Oh, that's fun.
That's interesting. Yeah, I keep up on the podcasts of what's going on in the world of AI.
Oh,
And if I'm going to get into security, I really need
Oh yeah,
to
you
keep
got
up on what's
you got to
going
keep
on
up with that stuff.
in the
Yeah.
world of
Good luck,
AI.
man. It's good luck in the Paul review. Are you wearing a 3-cornered hat tomorrow?
Yeah. I guess
Nice.
I'll have to do that.
Yeah.
Walk into the Paul Revere room with a 3-cornered hat.
They-
Just
they-
let them know
they
that I
might
have a little
just put-
whimsy that I'll
They
bring to the
might put
team.
you in a little jacket and say, "Well, you have a nice place to sleep tonight. We'll talk to you later."
Anyways, it's just us and Dune in the chat right now, so I'm not even going to bother raiding anything. That would be another embarrassing raid of 2 or 3 of us. Anyways, yeah, feel free to find something good to watch on Twitch. We're going to call it a night.
Yep.
You all have a good night, Dune. Good night, Brian. Good night, Mars.
All right, we'll see
Good
you.
night.
Good night, Meg in the Box, wherever you are.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.